Hey everybody, this is Robert from Black Belt Gaming. I'm going to start Mission 1. We've got our Marine on the board, and we have spawned the necessary enemies here. From the blue portal, we have one Pinky spawned with 2 energy, or power, and 1 Revenant with 3. So I'm going to get that energy on those cards. We're going to have those cards up here. We see the enemies here. Let's get right to it. All right, everybody. We're going to try to pick up the pace from the tutorial. The tutorial, we went over a lot of the rules. We'll kind of cut down on a lot of rules explanations in this video and try to go more through the game at a quicker pace. We're going to start this turn. We've already drawn our event cards. We've got 6. And I think I'm going to be discarding a duplicate. I've got 2 of these in my event deck. It's called Devious Schemes. I'm going to discard that one. And from doing that, I'm going to gain an extra power token here that I'm going to put on one of the bad guys. I think I'm going to put it on the Pinky. If we take a look at the invaders here, we've got the Pinky with 3 tokens and the Revenant with 3 tokens, and he is the priority target. According to the rules, he spawned off of that yellow portal, and he's the one that our Marine needs to take down. He is immune to glory kills. So the Pinky is not, but the Revenant is, so we're going to have to take him down the old-fashioned way and then pick up the token off the floor after he's defeated. So let's go back to the main board, and I think the invaders here have some cards they want to put out to make life more difficult. So one of these is going to be Darkness. That's going to reduce the range by 2 to a minimum of 1. And that's going to stay in play right now. So the room is dark. I think we'll also play Devious Schemes. This was the duplicate of the card I just discarded. We play this card at the start of the activation. We look at the top 3 cards of the event deck. And we can put any that we like and keep them on top in any order. Place the rest on the bottom in any order. I'm going to do that off screen. All right, we've done that. I'm going to play one final card here at the start of the activation, and that is Unbreakable. The stagger value for all demons is increased by 1, so that means our Pinky there, instead of doing 6 damage to him, you're going to have to do 7 before you can stagger him. So we're going to put that beside the Darkness card to sort of flesh out the rest here. So I think we're ready to go. We need to determine who's going to be first, and I'm drawing from the initiative deck, and the first character to activate is our Marine. All right, we're going to start by playing one of the Marine's cards. The Marine gets to hold 4 cards now. Remember, he's got a boost from being a solo operative to having 4 cards in his hand plus 5 health. He's going to get to do 2 main actions if we have enough cards. And if we are within 2 spaces of the enemy, I think that either means adjacent to it or 1 additional space away, we're going to get to change 1 die to any face that we want. So we want to get close to these guys as much as we can. So the first card I'm playing is Up Close and Personal. That's a speed of 4. So you can see there with the green beads my movement. What I'm planning to do is move up those 4 spaces. And I'm going to attempt a shotgun blast from there. So that shotgun blast is going to give us 1 red and 2 black. All right, 1 red and 2 black for the Marines. Here we go. We've got a pretty good roll here. We are within 2 spaces of this enemy, so that allows us to change one of these dice to here. So that may be actually the best I can do. That is 8 points of damage. All right, now we get to go for the Pinky's defense. We flip over one of the event cards, and it's 2 shields. So that's going to cancel 2 points of damage right away. That leaves 6. That's a lot of damage on the Pinky. We may have some event cards we can play and turn this around a little bit. We can play Demonic Resilience. This says play this card while a demon is defending, and you add 1 shield. So we're going to play that one. That's going to take that down to 2. That reduces it to 5. And, you know, let me take that back. I'm going to put that back in my hand. And instead, I think I'm going to power up the Pinky's defense here, an Armored Hide. For each of these tokens we spend, we should be able to reduce the damage by 2. So 2, 4, 6. We're going to take all of that off. And just say that shotgun blast just hit the tough hide of this creature, and no additional damage. All right, our Marine gets 1 additional main action here since we are a solo operative, and we're going to play the double-barreled blast. And the good thing about this is it says you may perform this attack 1 additional time. So we're going to be rolling a red and 2 blacks. This has a range of 3. Uh-oh, this may be a problem. What was the range of that last attack? That last attack was the same. All right, everybody, a quick correction we're going to have to make is we're going to need to pull out the reposition card as a bonus action to give us 3 more movement. We're going to actually need to play that. And that's going to give us 2 movement in our pool left over. But we're going to have to be adjacent to this thing in order to get our attack to work due to the darkness card that is on the table. It reduces the range value to a minimum of 1 because it was a 3. So we would need to have played that first and then make the attack, which we did. And now we're into our second attack. So let's pick it up there. All right, in the correct position now, fixing that error, we're going to go with the double-barreled blast. That's a red and 2 blacks. We can actually make this attack twice. Here is the first one. It's a pretty terrible roll. As a close combat specialist, though, we're going to transform this one into a hit of 3. I think that would mathematically work out if I change the red die. So that's going to be a total of 4 hits with this first blast. Defense. We're going to draw a defense card. It turns out to be a special ability here. You see that in the upper right corner. For the Pinky, that lets him get 3 shields. That's bad news for us. 1 damage, and 1 damage only gets through. We're going to make this attack a second time. Barrel number 2. We are up close, and we can use our combat specialist here to take that to 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 damage. Let's pull out our defense, and we've got 2 shields here. So that's going to take those away. I think we're also going to play this card, Demonic Resilience, and that's going to give us 1 additional shield for our defense. 3 damage gets through. So a total of 4 there on the Pinky as the Marine finishes up his first activation. All right, we're picking it up with our next activation, and in the initiative deck, it's an Invader. So let's go ahead and activate the Pinky here. All right, our Pinky has a movement of 5, and he has a special ability called Bull Rush. So that means before rolling any dice for an attack, if the defender was not adjacent to you at the start of your activation, roll an additional red die. So we can't do the Bull Rush because we are adjacent to the Marine. We're too close. But we can go with just a regular attack on the Marine. And that's going to be, I'm not even sure if he can do that. I'm not exactly sure he can do that. Can he? Surely he can make just a regular attack here. It's the first time playing with the Pinkies. We've got the Bull Rush. Yeah, the Bull Rush adds a red die. So without the Bull Rush, it's just a red and a black. So that's what he's going to do. So he's not really even going to move right now. He's just going to make this attack, and he's got a 3. I don't think I have anything that can modify that at this point in time. So we need to draw the Marine's defense card. And one thing the Marine does have in his hand currently is the armor card that will soak for 3. So that's going to basically just cancel that out. And his armor protected him from the claws and horns and fangs of this Pinky. So that's it for the Pinky. We can let him move around if we want him to. Maybe we'll want to do that to set up his next attack. All right, the Pinky has a movement of 5, and he's going to move along that red line and sit and sort of camp out for the moment on top of that med pack and try to keep our Marine from getting that. So he's going to camp out right there. All right, the next activation is another Invader. So it's time for the priority target, the Revenant, to do his thing. He is about 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 spaces away. His ranged attack has a range of 6, so he can actually launch his attacks just fine from where he is, and he does not suffer from darkness. So being a creature of hell, his range is not affected. Let's take a look at his special ability. I think we're going to burn some tokens for this. All right, we've got our Revenant here and the 3 power tokens on him. Homing rockets. It says before rolling any dice, these can lock on to the enemy, and you get to look at his 3 defense cards in his deck. You place one of these on top and you discard the rest. So we're going to spend one of those right now and lock on with these rockets. All right, these are the 3 cards that the Marine has. They're pretty much the same, 2, 2, and 2. Probably the most dangerous of these would be the shotgun maneuver. So let's discard those 2, and we'll keep this one available for his defense. Let's get back to the attack roll now. We'll go to the other camera, and we make an attack with 2 red and 1 black. And we've got 5 on the roll. We already know what's coming up for the defense, and that's a 2. So 2 of these are knocked down. That's going to leave us with 3, unless we have any kind of reaction from the Marine and we just don't have anything. So 3 damage to our Marine. right, so there's the 3 damage token. This Revenant now has a chance to perform 1 additional attack. So he's going to repeat this same attack 1 more time. And we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to spend another token here for these homing rockets. And I'm actually going to need to reshuffle the Marine's deck before I draw the next 3 cards, because basically he's out. And I believe that's how it would work. Let me double check that to make sure. Yeah, we did that correctly. We needed to shuffle these and then draw 3. We'll switch the camera over so you can see. This one has no defense on it whatsoever. The other 2 are great. So let's discard these 2 and leave the Marine somewhat defenseless here. So we're going to make our attack roll now. These homing rockets have 2 red and 1 black. And we've got 3 damage rolled, and we know the defense is a big fat 0. So our Marine is hit now with another 3 points of damage. Now remember, our Marine has a 5-point boost to his health because he is a solo operative. So he's actually down to 9 health now. All right, the last initiative card is pulled. It's the Alpha Marine's turn. We've traced his path already. We're using the combat shotgun. Gives us a speed of 4, and we just roll a red and a black. But the good thing is we can actually make another attack with the combat shotgun. So you can play another combat shotgun card if you have it. That's going to leave us 1 movement left over in our pool. But let's make this attack. We've got a red and a black available. So let's go to the dice cam. Give this a roll. And we've got 3. We're the close combat specialist. So let's try to find and boost this. That's going to give us 1 more. Let's go up there. So that's going to give us a total of 4. 4 damage to the Revenant, which is here, our primary target. This is his defense card. It's 2 shields. So 2 of those, that means 2 damage is going to get through. We'll put those damage markers on the Revenant. Then it said that we can actually make another play. All right, well, we're going to use the free combat shotgun card, and it's a speed 0, but it's the same attack 1 more time. So we're going to blast again, and this one will be the same dice, a red and a black only. All right, let's shake that a little bit. That's a 2 and a 1. Let's go ahead and pump that up to a 3. So 4 damage again. We'll draw the defense card. There's no defense against this. So that's another 4 damage on our priority target, which is wonderful. So what does that take us to? That takes us to a total of 6. And that normally would stagger this guy, which means we could do a glory kill. But he's immune to that as a priority target. He's a little tougher. So he's only got 2 hits left. And that was 2 shotgun blasts. And we actually, because we're a solo operative, we get to take another main action as long as we haven't done a sprint action during our turn. So let's play our last card, up close and personal, and we're going to go with We're going to gain 4 movement points here. I'm knocking everything over. And then we're going to roll a red and 2 blacks. And let's head over there to the other camera for that. A red and 2 blacks. It sounds good. I think we have a wonderful chance of taking this guy down. We'll use our special ability to boost that up to a 2. And we'll see if he's got any defense. And we've drawn another one of these. No defense. So he just got blasted for 6. And he can't do anything about it. So he's destroyed. The Revenant is off the table. And done for. And we drop this token in his spot. He loses his power token that he had on there. And he flips over. So let's head over to the main board. And we'll take him off and drop this token where he was. And our Marine still has some movement left. So he's going to spend 1 of those movement points to move in there and pick up that objective token. And we'll put that on our Marine. That's 1 down and 2 to go. He's got 3 more movement available to him. So knowing that that Pinky is there lurking behind him, before he opens up any more doors to encounter any more horrors behind, let's have him move down closer there, trying to get up close and personal with that Pinky, and see if we can maybe take him out in the next round. So that is the end of round 1. We'll kind of do our cleanup and draw the rest of our cards and all as we begin round 2. So thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know if you saw any errors. I think I'm going to plan on having the Marine try to take out this Pinky and maybe pick up a med pack. Hopefully we can get the initiative on him. We'll see. All right. I'll catch you later for round 2.